So you're thinking about moving to Fayetteville, North Carolina? Well, in this video, we just want to chit chat with you about the home buying process, some of the things that I have experienced as a realtor to maybe help you out as a first-time home buyer. And we're going to get at it right now. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, you want to go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to receive all of the current market information that we want to share with you about the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Cumberland County, and surrounding areas. My name is Michelle Capers, and I'm the broker in charge of moving forward real estate. And believe it or not, we get calls and texts and emails from clients just like you on a daily basis looking to move to this great city. Now, whether you're an investor or seller or a buyer looking to move in 90 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and all of our information will be in the description box below. We want to help you make a smooth move to the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and its surrounding areas. Now let's jump into this video. You want to make sure that you're paying your bills on time. A lot of times we talk to clients and they're so excited about getting started, and I don't know sometimes if it's just they don't know, or if they're just guessing, or if they're just hoping that their credit score is up to par. But we'll introduce ourselves, and of course we're going to ask how is your credit score. They're watching their credit score on different sites, so they believe that it's pretty good. Now, one thing that I want to just be honest with you about, it is important and imperative that you know your credit score, and that we go ahead, and even if you don't know it, or if you feel like you know it, because a lot of times when we look at our credit score ourselves, it's different from what the lenders look at. So I don't know why that is, but it is. If you have a ballpark of where you're at, we should be somewhere close to that as far as when the lender pulls your credit report. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a lender, but we just want to make sure that you keep an eye on your credit score. So the first thing that we want to do off the bat is go ahead and get you pre-approved. Now, a lot of times I think buyers get offended by that. I don't know if they feel as though the realtor is trying to pull a fast one on them, or we're just about money and we just want to get y'all approved. Getting pre-approved first is for your benefit, and then it saves a lot of time for you as well as us, and it saves a lot of heartache for you as well. And this is what I mean by that. First started off as a realtor, I had looked, we're eager and we're wanting to get out there and sell homes. And so you get a client in that first call, and it's like, yeah, somebody wants to purchase a home with me, so let's go. They want to look at these homes, and several homes, and we are looking at 3 to 5 homes per day. So it came down to now they're ready to put an offer on this home. They had the whole family come in. I mean, the cousins and moms and uncles lived all in that same area. So everyone went to this particular home. Well, first the family went, the husband and the wife went, and they fell in love with this home. So they got everybody else involved in it. So we went and looked at this last home twice, one in the morning time and one with the whole family at the end. They are putting their furniture in the home. They're putting their rooms together, and where they're going to put this and that, who the kids is involved. This is going to be my room. This is going to be my room. So now we're excited. Now we're going to go and get approved. Wrong answer. Well, long story short with that, the clients did not get approved. And that was very frustrating for me as well, and a learning experience for me, because now I see what some of the other realtors were saying to me once I first started. Don't do that. If you show one home, maybe, but we have gotten to a point now that we don't even do that, just for the sake of time. Gas is expensive, just for your sake, as well as a client, a buyer that's looking into. We don't want to get your heart broken. And not just with that, they didn't get approved, and of course they were devastated. But another twist to that is we go and we look at these homes. Let's just pick a number. We look at $300,000 homes because they need this big home, they need this, and they, you know, all of the criteria and the specs that we have, our little checklist that we have, and we go and look at this home and they fall in love with the home. However, they go and they get approved. They are approved to purchase a home, but their limit now is $200,000 versus $300,000. Well, the $200,000 home looks way different from a $300,000 home. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Beautiful homes, but maybe this home that was $300,000 is in a better neighborhood in a school district for their kids. That's devastating, and that's hard in and of itself as well, because now you feel let down. You have looked at it even worse. You know, we're looking at $300,000 homes, and now you're only approved for $150,000 or $180,000. That's a big difference in the look of a home and the location of a home and all that you probably want in a home. It's a lot, and we just want to make sure that you all have everything in place and we make this transition as smooth as possible for you all, so you can get what you want, and you know up front there's no hidden things. We want to set the right expectations for you all so you don't get let down. So that's all that we're wanting to say, and hoping that you will understand the reasoning why we are adamant about getting pre-approved first. This is for your sake as well as ours, but we as realtors, a lot of us really care about our clients, and it's not just about the money. We do care about our clients, and we want you all to get what you want, as well as, and then sometimes you're not able to get the home of your dreams at first, but if you are able to get into a home now, pay on time, pay a little bit more than what you're paying, build up some equity in it. Within 3 to 5 years, you can go ahead and sell that home, and you build the equity in it and use that equity to purchase the home of your dreams. So there's always more ways to skin a cat. Just because you can't get exactly what you want at first, it's okay. Let's start somewhere. It's a blessing for you to even be able to purchase, because a lot of people want to purchase and they can't. So we just want to make sure that you understand going in, and I can't speak for everyone, I can speak for Michelle Capers with Moving Forward Real Estate, that I care about my clients, and I want you all to make sure, I want to set the right expectations for you, so when we go out and look, you can look with confidence. So another thing that we have dealt with before is VA. When you're military, everyone just automatically assumes that it's zero down. Well, yes, that is true. It is zero down. However, you have closing costs that you have to pay. So a lot of times our clients, they are military, they're eager, you want to purchase the home, your credit score has gotten you approved for the loan. However, you have no money saved up, because someone has not given you the right advice and letting you know when you are trying to purchase a home, you should save at least $5,000 to $10,000. That will be a good place to start. $5,000 to $10,000. If you can't get there somewhere near $5,000, because you do have closing cost expense, the sellers are paying for your closing costs. So then that way you may come in paying zero down, because you don't have to pay your deposit, and then you don't have closing costs. But then you also have other expenses, which is inspections, your due diligence, deposit fee that you want to submit with your offer, and your earnest money. So, and that's not too much, about $2,000-3,000. That'll get you that'll get you through the due diligence fee, the earnest money, and then your inspections as well. So, but you just don't want to bank on just the lower amount. You want to make sure that you're saving above and beyond. And if you don't have to use that money, then you can save it or put it into your house, furniture or whatever you may need. It'll be yours, but at least set yourself up that you have cash on hand. $5,000 to $10,000 is a good place to start. And I know we've talked about this in one of my other videos, but while I'm here, if your credit score is over 640, then you will qualify for the North Carolina Housing Assistance, the down payment assistance program that we have here, and that is $15,000, you all. So there you have it. You will have zero down for sure then, because that $15,000 will go towards your closing costs, your down payments. If you're not with the military, if you're FHA lending, then you will have 3.5% of the purchase price of that home to bring in for your down payment. But if you had this $15,000 that will go towards that. So you want to make sure that you are preparing yourself credit-wise, and you having the amount of money that you need to have to go into this purchasing a home, because it can be quite expensive. But you want to just ensure and make sure that you understand, just because you're military, it doesn't mean that you don't have any fees involved in purchasing a home. And also another topic is lease agreements. When you all, because you're living somewhere, if you're not living with your parents or not, in the dorms or coming from college or something like that, you are probably in a lease agreement. So you want to make sure, as a first-time home buyer, you have all of those items in place that we had talked about this before, saying, job stability and saving up your money, your cash on hand, and saving up the documents, the necessary documents that you have. Once you have all of that in place and you are ready, locked and loaded to purchase a home, and you are in a lease agreement, you don't want to start the process too soon, and you don't want to start the process too late. So let's just say if your lease agreement was up in this December, then we want to start looking around the middle, we want to start the process around the middle of September, no later than the end of September, to give ourselves time to meet, to just go over some things. Somehow, if you forgot something and you're able to get it, in that time frame, that'll give us a little buffer to get all of those documents and go ahead and get you applied. You go ahead and apply for your financing at that time. So once that happens and you get approved and you have all the documentations that you need, it usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to close on a home. So therefore, if we have at least 2.5 months of leeway before your lease agreement expires, we have time to get your documentation. And then once you have all of that in place, we want to get you approved. Once you get your pre-approval, then we'll go out and start looking for your home. So that's how I like to do things, and we do it in order that way. Most of the time it works out. Sometimes, guys, it does not, because there's no homes available, like where we're at right now in this buyer's market, which is a good time to purchase. We have a lot of pros and cons in this season, but there's not a lot of inventory. So the homes that you're looking for, the homes of your dreams, the expectations that you have in a home is just not out there right now. And then sometimes it is out there, but then it's over your budget. So nothing is 100, foolproof. But we want to kind of at least set it up that, okay, before 2.5 months before your lease expires, we go ahead and start this process in hopes that we find something in time that we can go under contract, get accepted, and close, before your lease expires. But I also tell my clients as well, when we start this, and stuff happens, we have a date to close, things happen, and more than not, we don't close on time. A lot of times we do. Sometimes we close a little bit before, but there's a percentage that we close after that. Go ahead and let your property management team know that you are in the process of purchasing a home. Therefore, if something happens and you have to be held over, they already know that, and they can kind of put you on a month to month, so you're not stressed out. Nobody is freaking out. You're not living in a hotel, because I have had that happen before, where clients had to move in with their families. One of my clients had to move in with their family, and this was a hot market. Everything worked perfect at her house. She had a home, she sold it, and it went under contract within 24 hours. But to find what she's looking for, she just couldn't find it. Not because it wasn't there, it's just because homes was going so much, and she ended up having to stay with her parents for a year or so. And then I had other clients that earlier on, I didn't have the knowledge that I had to prep them ahead of time. So then they sold their home, and then they were living in a hotel for a month or two. So that was really stressful with 2 kids living in a hotel. So we would just want to better prepare you at this time, and just give you a little bit of nuggets as first-time home buyers. I love you first-time home buyers. So we just want to make sure that you are prepared and you have everything you need to make this transition a smooth move, because it's not hard and it's not challenging or difficult to purchase a home. You just got to make make sure that you plan ahead. Now, I hope you learned something from this video today. If you did, leave me some comments in the description box below. I always want to hear from you all. If you have questions that I have not answered, I want to know those questions because I want to do my best to answer those questions to make you as successful as you possibly can during this home buying process. Once again, my name is Michelle Capers and I'm with Moving Forward Real Estate, and we are moving forward one home at a time, and I will see you all in the next video.